Welcome back. Great demand.
Great demand.
Corn.
The corn, all that corn we have stocked up. All that corn.
I really do want to get into that. I think after we make some money today, we should buy a planter for the corn, which, let me see how much that costs. I think that's actually kind of expensive.
I mean, I think the whole corn industry is probably expensive because it's, you know, just one of those things that requires all its own machines.
Well, no, we can use our tractors and our other thing.
Oh, wait, we can harvest it?
Yeah. We just need a different header. We need a different header.
Oh.
For our current machine.
So it's not like the potatoes.
Right.
That almost seems like it's not nearly the cash crop people claimed it to be.
Yeah, no, potatoes are just annoying. 121,000.
Oh no!
But we do have
the soybean was just selling for so much money at Maplefield Mills, and literally it's not anymore. I mean, we can still sell it for a decent price at Right Agribusiness. I just gotta remember where the hell that's at.
Oh yeah, it just tanked it Right Agribusiness. Oh, it's because I got the time speeded up. It's my fault. I should have slowed it down.
Wait, is it? Oh god, it's tanking all over. Oh my god. Oh dear. Oh man.
Oh dear.
Oh god. Oh no. I'm not selling any of this shit right now. It just went to like complete garbage. So much stuff was in the green, and now it's all in the shit, in the bloody stool.
Oh.
That's how shit it is. It's red shit.
So. Someone commented on one of our other videos. You know what's weird over here? That's not what they said, but
they said, you know what's weird over here at the sheep? Let me tell you guys about your sheep. I've been watching them for months now.
You can't always grow the grass. You can't always mow the grass beside this field over here. It only lets you do it sometimes, and sometimes it tells you that you don't own this field.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's when the field is completely grown, you can cut the grass. But when the field is just freshly planted, or something, I don't know. Like I've had intermittent trouble.
Which field are you on?
I'm over here beside the sheep. I was mowing the grass so that
I can't get this trailer in. I was trying to park the trailer and I'm having terrible luck, so I'm just leaving it here. Hold on, I want to come
on the grass so that there'll be
grass
for you to feed. The blue tractor is the one you have to use now that has the front lift thing on it to in order
to do what?
In order to feed the sheep.
Aren't you over there with it right now?
No, I got the tractor that's got the mower on it.
Oh, so I need to bring the other. I can't bring the truck. Yeah. You're saying that would be not helpful.
Right, because you need to be able to track You need to be able to attach the forklift thing. Or not forklift, the thing that picks up the grass.
The front loader.
Yeah, that's the words.
Okay,
but anyways, the comment that I was referring to, someone commented that the reason why, because this is several episodes ago, so there's gonna be a big gap in between episodes of when that one came out and what I'm about to say. We were talking about currency and why so many countries have coin currency versus dollar bills.
Right.
And we were like,
we're talking about the strip clubs.
Oh yeah. We talked about strip clubs in several episodes because that one wasn't the first time. That wasn't the one where you talked about driving the strippers.
And don't worry, people, it will not be the last time.
I'm gonna bail.
Okay, see you, Guude. Just bailing out on me here.
It's fucking strippers. I'm out. Damn it. This truck's just here in the middle of the field. Anyways, they said, and it made sense as soon as I read this, that it's because they don't have to print it so often. Like, coins last a hell of a lot longer than the cotton paper shit that is dollar bills.
But, I mean, I think, I guess coins definitely last longer. Oops. But how often have you had a destroyed piece of paper currency?
It's happened. You know you've remembered it happening, but have you ever had a destroyed coin currency?
I mean, I've pulled those coins out of that jar that you forgot that they were in, and the pennies somehow are like so corroded and covered in green, like goo, that you don't even know where it came from.
Right. But you still, I mean, you still could clean that off and use it. I feel like that's like when you left like some gum in there or something. Like it's always some kind of candy or something that's with the messed up coin.
Yeah, but you can never like, it never seems like it's there, like because it's in the same. I find it's always in like a container that you have a bunch of coins in, and it's only the pennies. It's only the pennies.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sure it's what they're made of. It's what, tin and copper or something that just oxidizes, or sciencey terms and stuff.
Damn it.
Oh god, I just steered right around this thing. But I mean, I guess that does make sense, but I just does it really make that much sense? Is there that much loss of coins or loss of paper compared to coins in the world? I haven't really heard much about, money that gets like misplaced or destroyed or burned, that they need to print more for that reason.
I wonder how that they keep track of that. Like, how does that all work?
the census?
No, that's
no. I was trying to think of anything.
A money census?
Yeah, a money census every 10 years. Those questions they ask. It's all about money. It's not about your household. You've been filling it out wrong.
How many dollar bills you lost?
It says how many people live here. It means how many George Washingtons and how many Lincolns.
Well, like, think about all the people that like collect like money, like people that collect like $2 bills or whatever. Like that's just currency that just gets removed from circulation. Now it's just gone.
Well, yeah, you can't really say it's removed from circulation because it just might not be currently used in circulation, but it's still in circulation when you collect it.
No, it's not. It's not circulating anywhere.
But the money I have in my wallet ain't circulating either.
But you're going to spend that money.
You think? Maybe I'm not. Maybe the wallet's where I keep my.
It's possible you'll spend it. With what I'm saying, money that's like my grandma.
Oh, are you telling me a money collector, a coin collector's never gotten into dire needs because of their stupid habit? They spent like $1,000 on a special quarter that they didn't get so far down that they were like, well, I guess I gotta spend this actual money now.
I mean, sure, I'm sure that happens, but I don't feel like it's the same as, you got a $5 in your pocket and you're like, fuck it, I will go to the strip club. That big 5. I think it's different. You know what I mean?
I mean, yes, but I don't think you can claim it's out of circulation per se. I guess the term, because you know how they say, for coin collectors, and you can buy all those specific coins that say something on them about like never been circulated. So I guess it's really about terminology. If it's never been circulated, is that considered out of circulation, and is that a guarantee it will never be circulated? It still has the same monetary value, right?
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not a coin collector. My dad is though. But you were about to say something about your grandma.
I was just gonna say she's in her safe deposit box. She's got a bunch of like those silverbacks.
That's illegal. Highly illegal. I don't think you're allowed to store money in any form in a safety deposit box.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of those things. A lot of people store their coins and money in safety deposit boxes, but I remember hearing about that. I think it was like one of my law classes. Why would that be illegal? I think it's because it takes like money out of circulation or something weird like that. I have no idea. Well, that's truly out of circulation, though. If it's in a safety deposit box, it cannot be spent. If it's in my drawer at home, it can be spent.
It cannot be spent then either, unless you're buying like a Hoover.
Buying Hoover? I have to buy a vacuum to spend money?
That's when people come by your house to sell you vacuum cleaners at home. What I'm saying is, you don't spend a lot of money sitting at home. Is what I'm getting at.
I mean, you never give cash to like Amazon.
Right? Yeah. I just scan my cash in.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but why is this thing not full? That's right. These sheep are only at like half full on grass, but I thought I just filled the entire thing up more than it would take, but maybe not.
Are you dumping it on the ground?
Oh, I guess it's no. I guess I just looked at the numbers wrong. I didn't think it held thousands of.
Yeah, it holds a shit ton.
Oh well, I guess I can keep going then. I'm only halfway there. No, I mean I understand what you're saying. I am skeptical not being a collector or a person who knows much about, like, printing and creating money, that there's really that much paper cash destroyed.
I feel like every year they probably print like hundreds of thousands of dollars to make up for money that's been considered destroyed.
I mean, they might. I guess they might. I know with pennies, which I think we should get rid of pennies. I'd be completely okay with that, because don't they say that it actually costs more money to create a penny than it's worth?
That's what I've heard. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a penny maker.
I mean, it sounds like a lucrative business. No, and said no one ever. So, on a different subject, unless you had more to say on coins.
No.
You have a DVR, correct?
DVR? No, I don't. Not anymore.
Oh, I didn't know you. But you've had one in the past, though.
Yeah. You know what? What's funny, not to derail your subject here, but when I canceled my satellite dish last year, mine was so old they didn't want it back. Yeah, normally they want the equipment back.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh, that model is so old. No, you just keep it.
Just maybe you can sell it for some coin."
Yeah, right. Get a few pennies.
What do we got now? Okay, we're almost all the way full. That should be good for these guys. That's
so
all.
Yes, yeah, I've had a DVR before. In fact, the one that I had that was so old, like the hard drive was starting to get kind of fucky with it. So, yeah.
So, have you ever had your DVR fail you?
Yeah, I did have one that the hard drive. You lost Survivor, didn't you?
Sort of.
Sort of.
So I did start watching Survivor, which I knew it was coming up on because it'll kill episodes after so long. Like, for one, you got to set it. It only records 5 episodes of a series that you're recording, unless you change the options to record like all of them. So we had set Survivor up at the end of the last season to make sure it recorded them all, because I knew I wasn't going to be watching it, episodically. Season's been over for a month and a half now. It's been sitting on the DVR, and it gives that little exclamation point saying, "Hey, this content is going to expire. We're going to delete it because it's been here for 3 months or whatever."
That.
Oh, so
it would delete it if something else, like it would delete it in the order in which it was recorded if something needed the hard drive space, but it didn't never expire.
Yeah, these are ours is set up. We could probably change it so it doesn't, but we have so many random things that we record as well that we just don't even watch. And our old roommate that we used to have at our old house, he recorded a bunch of ridiculous shows, so we had our hard drive space was always like filled up, even though like I have a bunch of stuff we'd never really watch. So it was fine with us, but we were keeping an eye on Survivor because it was coming up to expire, and I was like, I really want to get into it, but like need to get the time. So over the weekend, the wife and I started watching Survivor and getting caught up in the season. So we we watch 2 to 3 episodes a night for the last 4 or 5 nights, whatever it would be. So we're decent ways into the season at this point. And literally just before recording, and I don't want to spoil anything with Survivor because I know you haven't seen this season yet, unless you already have. But either way,
no, I haven't.
So we went to turn it on, and so I turned on the next episode that's recorded, and how it gives the last time on Survivor, and it tells you all the things that happened. Yeah. Well, all of a sudden it shows us somebody who's going home that
no,
we were like whoa, what like this, where did this person go home? And we're like, we looked at the thing, we went back to the DVR to make sure I didn't like click on the wrong episode, and I'm like, crap, so we must have missed one of those episodes that was expiring. It must have expired. Now, I don't know how far behind we even are, because I wasn't paying attention to episode numbers. I was like, I just know this one person went home, and that's not the last person we watched go home. We did not know that person was gone.
Right.
So I try to get onto a wiki real quick, and like I'm scrolling past things as fast as I possibly can,
God,
so
you
that I
saw
don't catch any spoilers.
Too.
So no, I actually got lucky and scrolled past just to like where it started doing episode recaps, and so I was like, okay, I know we've seen this episode. I can kind of see which one and count down the episodes that we've gotten to see which ones are familiar until I get to one that doesn't sound familiar anymore. So basically, pretty quickly got to, okay, this episode is the last one we remember seeing. This next episode, I just read the very beginning intro, and I'm like, yeah, this does not look proper at all. Like, I don't remember anything about this. So this must be what we missed. And based on the title of the one that we are watching now, okay, I've only missed 1 episode. That's kind of annoying, but, it could have been a lot worse. It's only 1 episode behind. Right. So we're like, okay, let's watch the recap at the beginning to actually kind of catch a glimpse of what happened, which I will tell you, it was one of the worst recaps I've ever seen. Didn't show anything about the challenges. It literally was just like, these people were talking about this, and these people were talking about this, and in the end, this person went home. And I was like, really? Like, of all episodes, like, I didn't get to catch. You give me the one that has the worst recap at the beginning of the next episode. So I really don't know what happened. Okay, suck it up, move on. We go through, we watch the next episode, trying to piece everything together, what happened, how did these alliances shift, why did they shift? We're still trying to, like, figure some of that stuff out, but no big deal. So go to turn on, after that ends, turn on the next episode. I shit you not, the DVR labeled them wrong.
Oh, God.
Labeled them wrong and put them in the opposite order. So it was literally, we were watching them chronologically, and somehow it labeled wrong and had the wrong episodes in the wrong spot. So the very next episode was the one that we missed. So nothing got deleted off of the DVR. It was literally just a matter of circumstance, and we both turned it on and we're like, whoa, 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 what the hell? That's the person that went home that we didn't know they went home. Why is the episode starting talking to this person?
Am I drunk?
And I'm frustrated.
So you're sure it wasn't like there was a scheduling conflict, like you had two things set to record at once, and then it recorded it later to catch up because it missed?
But it actually gives you what the season, episode number, and title is in the DVR.
Right.
So it had the wrong, like it was the next episode chronologically to the one that we had just watched, but it was really the one before. I will tell you, it's really weird. It's really weird because episode 1 was a 2-hour episode, and there is no episode 2, but there's episode 3. So that threw us off at first, thinking that they missed one of the episodes in there, but it's really because episode 1 is a 2-hour episode. And sometime later, there's 2 episode 10s with different, like this season episode 10 and a different title, and there's 2 of them.
I wonder if some of this is like the studio fucked up, or like the broadcaster or whatever.
I mean, it's possible. So it might not be the DVR's fault. It could have been the way it was aired, the way it got broadcast.
Because I'm sure the DVR sorts it like alphabetically or something like that. Like I'm sure I don't know.
It sorts it by date recorded.
Oh, it does it? Okay, well that doesn't make sense. Then.
You know what? I'd have to go back and look at that now, because usually date recorded is alphabetically in most cases. But I guess I don't know if they started airing things like completely out of order. If they did like, if they were doing like a Survivor mashup or something, and it was just like an episode from season 5, then an episode from season 4, then an episode from season 22, and then an episode from season 8. I guess I really don't know how it would order them in the Survivor folder.
Right.
So,
because I think if it recorded right, and then it was just the sorting was wrong because the way your DVR sorts it. Yeah,
I'm not sure. These are definitely like, you know, first world problems, but
right.
But yeah, needless to say, I was a little frustrated because I'm finally catching up in it. And the season, I will tell you, if you haven't watched it yet, it's decent. It's not terrible.
I feel like one of the things that makes the seasons better is taking a break.
I agree. I find it very difficult to watch it episodically when it's airing, because though it's fun to talk about with people, it's, I don't know. I like to just binge watch a season. It makes me feel like more accomplished. Otherwise, I start to get really bored with it, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think there definitely are episodes where it's just not good enough.
Yeah, that you don't really have your interest piqued to wait to the next week to watch and see if it gets any better. Like last season, I don't even remember the guy's name who won, because last season I was so not impressed with that. That's one of the reasons we didn't even want to watch this season that's currently going, because it was so boring to us.
Yeah, I can't remember last season either.
Yeah, that's how much of an impression it made on me that I don't even remember much about it at all, because it was really bad.
You know, we talked about Stranger Things. I know you still haven't watched it.
I saw that Stranger Things Season 2 either has a release date or came out.
It's finally got a date. It's in October.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. One of these days maybe. I'm trying to think if I saw anything good, because Netflix is doing what, their first movie or something like that. They've been talking about now.
They've definitely done movies. Haven't they? I don't actually know.
I think they've only done.
Like they have.
I think they've only done TV series, but I read a news article on it, and it actually kind of threw me off too because I thought they had done movies as well. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they really have, and the article was wrong as well. I'm curious.
Fake news.
I'm curious. Well, I'm curious what Netflix is doing tomorrow to date our content a little bit. Tomorrow is what, net neutrality fight day?
Right.
And I know Netflix.
They said they're going to throttle their service.
Yeah, I was going to say they just said they're on board, but I'm curious what that's actually going to. Oh God, I just got myself stuck. What that actually means. Because like a lot of big name people are participating.
Like Netflix had always been big in this fight all the previous years, and then they actually went
well, Netflix is like the reason for net neutrality rules.
Right, and that was what was so weird about what I'm about to say. Like, people were asking why earlier, a month ago, they weren't up in arms and everyone else was, and they're like, well, we put in our time. It's time for some of the smaller companies to put in some time too, like we did whenever we were smaller. And I guess they got enough negative PR from that now they care again.
Oh, I think they should. I mean, I agree to an extent that they should actually let some smaller companies fight, because since they pretty much are the reason for net neutrality rules, which sounds so weird, like net neutrality is so much more than just about, you know, video streaming service and, you know, something like Netflix, but that's really what spawned the whole thing to come out there, because about the whole throttling of that traffic. But if they constantly are just fighting, it just looks like they're out to save themselves. So stepping to the side
there's so
and
much
letting
more.
other
Like
people... Oh yeah, there definitely is so much more to it. I would agree. But it does look...
Imagine if your ISP could just pay gate any website. Like, oh, you want to go to Reddit? Go ahead and unlock Reddit for $9.99 a month.
Yeah, that would be... I find it very hard to understand why there's a whole political avenue of what being anti-net neutrality. It almost takes away. Internet is no longer a luxury; it's a requirement in our lifestyles.
Right.
And I mean, and I don't mean that from, oh, I can't watch my, my Reddit. You can't control your banks. You can't pay your bills. Like, you would probably find it very difficult in this day and age to be able to pay everything without the use of the internet.
I don't understand how these companies have started throttling bandwidth now, like Cox and stuff, or, you know, like limiting people to.
Hey, you don't need to call them names yet.
And the dick bags too.
Well, no, that's fine. I understand those guys. But like, what have they been throttling that you don't understand?
Well, like for instance, like Co's internet price is about to go up $300 a month because of the bandwidth he uses.
$300 a month?
Yeah.
How much bandwidth does he use, just out of curiosity?
Several terabytes.
Okay. And I mean, a lot of, and that is something that gets interesting, is there is a lot of ISPs that do have tiers, and they tell you that they will throttle you after a certain usage limit. And whether I agree with that or not, I'd have to really think about. I'm on ones. I've always been on ones like Comcast. I remember when I was with them, and they started advertising on my my dashboard that where I was at compared to my usage limit, and I was like, "What the fuck usage limit? Like, I don't have a usage limit on here." And it was only 300 gigs was the usage limit that I could have, and it would always show me my little bar graph, and I would always be like over it, and I did some research and found out that they were putting in bandwidth limitations in many places, but DC was exempt from it or something weird like that. So it didn't actually affect
I think he
me.
might have Comcast. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it's Cox or Comcast, because Comcast is one of the ones that's been doing it everywhere too.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just knew it didn't affect me, so I didn't see too much about it. And now I'm with Fios, and I don't, as far as I know, I don't have any limitations. But I don't think I'm one of the people that reaches those limits anyway, that they're really concerned with. So I don't know.
My internet's been shit for like a month, and there's nothing I can do about it. It really sucks because I've become so accustomed to streaming. There's nothing I can do about it.
Well, is it because it's limited?
No, it cuts in and out and stuff.
I mean, what would you do if all of a sudden your internet, I don't know how much you use on, let's say on an average a month you use a terabyte of your bandwidth. What would you do if all of a sudden they said, well, we're only going to give you 500 and you got to pay an extra $100 a month? Would you do it?
That's the thing. There's nothing you can do. You just have to do it. What can you do? It's not like you can be like, oh, I'm going to switch to the non-existent competitor.
I mean, that's true. In your case, you have none. Would you take a? Would you like fight?
That's Coach's problem too. There is no other competitor. And he lives in Phoenix, man. Like where there's like lots of people.
Would you like try to fight it somehow, or would you just kind of suck it up?
How can you fight it?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm asking. If they did that to you, though, if you were in that position,
I mean, I would definitely whine. But what? Who cares? No one cares. What can you do?
I mean, that's like the same thing we say about Trump. we just whine, but what can you really do, right?
I mean, now we're at the point where they just admit to illegal activity on Twitter. No one cares.
It's so ridiculous to me. It's so funny. But I don't understand back to the whole net neutrality thing. What the people who are fighting against net neutrality, what exactly are they fighting for?
They're fighting for the money that they've been given under tables.
No. I don't even mean from the company perspective. I mean from the political.
Politician. Yeah, the politicians have been paid by the companies.
You think it's been like so? Wow, I just got super laggy all of a sudden. That was weird. So yeah, I mean I understand that. How does this not raise a big red flag though? Like if you're,
I mean, that's just how politics has worked for so long that no one, I don't know, it just no one seems to care.
It's so. Oh, we got 2 fields ready to harvest here.
Yeah, we do. And if you haven't put one planting over there,
yeah, I just put the one planting. I was assuming that everything was harvested because the harvester's just chilling.
No, we had 2 more. Got the new fields.
Yeah, I forgot about them. Them new fields. Zipping up there. Better park this.
Yeah, but lobbyists, man, lobbyists are the worst fucking thing.
It's just, it's so. If you were taking bribes in your, job, any job that you've had in the past, wouldn't it be like, let's say, well, you worked for that tech company or whatever, that tech support company.
Yeah.
Let's say there was like a competing tech support company down the street, and all of a sudden, your boss was trying to out-advertise them or something like that, but you were in charge of going out and putting up the flyers, your flyers over top of their flyers or something like that. And you were just like, well, boss, we really shouldn't do that because everybody deserves a fair chance. Like, wouldn't you be like, okay, they're going to know that I'm working with this company in some way, shape, or form? Because you don't care about your job enough to want your company to succeed then.
Right. I don't know. I don't think it's the same thing when it comes to politicians taking handouts.
I mean, but why? Why? How is it not? That's where
because the only people that can hold them accountable are the voters, and some of these people, have been reelected so long that they don't even have to fucking attempt to get reelected. It just happens almost. It's like, oh, there's old Bob again. Gotta keep Bob in office.
There's Bob Johnson, or I'm trying to remember what Eddie Murphy's name was in that movie now. We talked about that movie before, right?
Yeah, feel like at least. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this type of stuff's going to change anytime soon. No,
but what do you think is going to happen with net neutrality? You think they'll lose? Or you think net neutrality will lose?
Eventually they will win. Maybe not this time, but that they haven't given up. This is what, the 50th fucking time?
I mean, well, there was net neutrality laws in place for a while.
Not this, and not what we're basically fighting against. Nothing to that measure has ever been in place.
No. Wait, what? there was laws about net neutrality and it being illegal to throttle service based on where it came from.
Was there?
Yeah,
like
I'm pretty sure. Didn't those just get actually like taken out by this latest administration? Because didn't Obama put those into place?
I don't think so, but I could be wrong.
Pretty confident. I have to look.
I mean, didn't AOL always fucking throttle?
Well, but back then there was no net. I mean, net neutrality laws that were put into place relatively recently in the last, like, since during the Obama administration.
I guess maybe that's possible that I wasn't paying attention.
I'm gonna have to look this up in between episodes now. But yeah, AOL very well could always throttle, but that was long before the net neutrality fight. That was when internet was not at the time a necessity either. And that's what I think has changed in this whole thing, because it's really, if you have the argument about, like, a restaurant refusing to let you come in with outside food, that's partially because they don't want you to be going to their competitors. Like, if you got a friend that wants to eat at Burger King, but you want to eat at McDonald's, you don't bring that Burger King into McDonald's and eat. Like, you're not supposed to do that. That's protecting your own brand and investment. And I'm sure that's what the internet was like 15 years ago. AOL doesn't want you to go to a site that is trying to advertise for switching out of AOL and going to a different competitor. Of course, they want to protect themselves.
They never could block that stuff. They were never allowed to do that.
But you said AOL throttle. Well, couldn't they?
No, they throttled bandwidth. But I thought that's what you were saying. I thought there was laws put in place about bandwidth throttling.
Well, about bandwidth throttling. Okay.
Yeah, no, you've never been allowed. I mean, that's like the same shit that that Microsoft got in trouble for with Internet Explorer back in the day.
No, but the thing is, well, they got in trouble for antitrust, which was bundling Internet Explorer with Windows, which was an anti-competitive practice.
Right, but there was also things in the operating system that made it difficult to uninstall Internet Explorer and replace it with another browser.
Right.
That was what they really got in trouble for.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure up until sometime during the Obama administration that you were allowed to block and throttle access to websites that you didn't want. Because isn't that the whole net neutrality fight?
Right. I don't think you've ever been allowed to do that.
So somebody's trying to put laws into place to make it so you can? I'm pretty sure it's the opposite.
Yeah.
I think net neutrality is putting laws into place to stop that practice, to make sure that practice of blocking is illegal.
No, it's the opposite.
Now I just feel misinformed, or
no, we don't
I'm pretty confident. I'll admit if I'm wrong in between episodes, and I actually looked this up. I'm pretty confident that the whole net neutrality fight is to ensure there's legislation to not allow those bad practices, because now that they've taken back the legislation that was put into place, and that's the problem that we're running into.
To pass legislation, it's to allow them to do these type of things. I can promise you. Promise it.
So you think there was legislation that was put in that allows for the putting?
That's what they've been trying to pass. Yes, but they've not succeeded. Like 5 times this has come about. They've never succeeded in actually passing legislation that allows them to block certain sites and paywall sites.
So let's go for a minute that saying that you're correct on this. When does legislation become like a court case? That double jeopardy just doesn't work. Like, you can't just keep bringing up the same thing over and over and over again until it passes.
That's the thing that I don't think that's how it works. Because they can always change it. It's like this isn't the same thing we were trying to push. It's completely different.
Or they can just kind of mix it in with, like, this is for tax breaks for schools and net neutrality, like, or anti-net neutrality.
Right.
Which I never agree with that either. I think that's bullshit practice. Bullshit practice. But it's practice nonetheless. Sneaking things in there under the guise of something else.
Happens all the time, though.
It's so fucked up how shady our system, like, really is. And that's on all sides. If anybody thinks this is a Republican versus Democrat thing, that's on all sides of the coin. Not the paper, because the paper got destroyed.
And
They have to print more. What other field did we buy? 19.
We bought 2 new ones.
Oh, 24. That's the one. I was like, because it's not 16. But where's the other one? Yeah, I forgot we have to go across the railroad tracks here. I harvested 19 all by myself. Because it was small.
Oh, yeah. Did you see Nevada legalized marijuana?
No. How many states are left that don't have it legalized at this point?
Well, there's way more that don't than do. But
I remember once upon a time when it was only Washington and Seattle, or Washington and Seattle,
Colorado.
Colorado, yeah, that had it legalized, and now it's just like so many people.
Yeah, it's quite a few. The reason why I brought it up is they estimated how much they were going to sell or whatever, and they greatly underestimated it, and they've declared a state of emergency as the state because they're out of pot.
The state of emergency. We need more weed.
I just never thought I'd ever read the headline in my life that
the state of emergency.
State of Boston declares a state of emergency.
Not enough weed. That's insane. What is the deal with this? Is this field just super big? This guy is. I've harvested an entire field, and I'm like, and was dicking around baling and all that stuff, and this guy's not even done planting this one field yet.
It takes him longer to plant.
So that means you probably got a lot of bales up there I need to collect, huh?
Yeah, I do got quite a few. I don't even know how many mows this is.
Is it a lot of grass coming up compared to normal?
Yeah.
Is this the biggest pickup truck?
It is.
After this is when we get into the Mack trucks, right?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops, I didn't want that. Wrong piece of equipment.
Have you ever played Factorio?
No, I've seen it. Never played it. It looks fun. It looks like it can get very complicated very quickly.
Yeah, it's a logistics game for sure. I was thinking that it's got multiplayer. I've been playing it with Co and Justin and Nakomi, but we're all kind of like just doing our own thing, kind of. But I think it, if we ever get done being farm boys, we might would enjoy that.
Is it a are you guys playing in like one base together, or do you have like 3 separate bases?
I mean, that's the idea, but I'm gonna be honest, like all 4 of us, I said 3 because I was thinking Nicole and Nakomi have their own little base going. We all have different play styles and different like logical mindsets on how to do certain things, and I feel like if we did that, we wouldn't be able to all agree on how to do stuff. So, like, early on, like, I just kind of moved away. Just abandoned everyone and started doing my own thing.
Isn't there aliens and stuff in that you have to, like, attack and fend off?
Yes, after you reach a certain level of pollution from all the stuff you're doing, then aliens come.
So you start out in an open world.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. The aliens come pretty quickly, though. They've already started attacking the first couple hours on our stream.
Well, you guys are just polluting assholes. If they just throttled your pollution.
They tried.
It was the anti-pollution neutrality people were like, ah.
You should grab the bells on the unmowed stuff first when you come back. Just because
they're in your way.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, don't you love how they all roll?
It's so annoying. Almost want to like find a field that's on completely flat terrain, and that's where the grass must be grown.
I still can't believe that with an 8-load baler, this is still actually a like tedious task to pick up all these bales.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of bales for sure. It's ridiculous to me that this is the cash crop.
Grass.
Fucking, yeah.
Baled grass. Or even baled straw, just with a little bit of grass.
It's definitely better doing it this way where we just grow the grass.
Yeah. It was really a pain to keep going out to the side of the field and change that. Oh, I was going to keep an eye on the prices. Oh, we're only back at 1 speed, though, aren't we?
Yeah. While we're planting.
Let me see. What is the prices now? Nope, not good. Still bleeding from the anus.
Anus bleeds.
Well, look, we're already up to like 120 grand though, just from bales, let alone everything we have in the silos.
We can buy the potato plant or corn planter now.
Now the question is, do we want to? Should I keep one of those fields not planted then? It's field 24.
I'd say keep both of them. Let's do corn. And
well, I just planted soy in the little one.
Oh, did you?
Oh no, I didn't. Sorry, I just harvested it. Yeah. So we have 2 fields that are completely unplanted.
We could try corn and.
Oh yeah, because the same thing plants them both, right?
Yeah. The good thing about that is we'll be able to plant 2 fields at once as long as we have the tractors available. Once we get the nether planter.
But we still won't be able to harvest more than 1 field.
No.
Because it's all the same harvester.
Right. But harvesting seems to be faster at planting, at least.
The what's faster at planting?
It seems like it's faster to harvest than it is to plant, at least. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Oops. Ran into the barn. I'm glad these trucks don't take damage.
Yeah.
Shoot. Oh, boy, I screwed it up. I screwed up bad. Oh, God. I accidentally opened it up too early in the barn.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Did you say you hit Y a second time in there and it worked or something like that one time?
Yeah, well, you can abort the unloading process, but I think it only aborts once it's all the way up or something. Because I tried to hit Y again to stop it and it wasn't working. It might be a different button though. Either way, I'm safe. Helper I. So the one guy's done planting, so we don't need to put a planter on anything else then.
No, we could buy that right now. Let's see here. Let me see what the header's going to cost too, so we know what we're getting into here. The header's 51,000, and the other thing is. Oh, we're going to want to buy a bigger cultivator actually.
Okay.
Because we
need to use a cultivator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks like the 6-meter one.
Is that the biggest?
No, the biggest is let's see here. All-rounder. 14-meter wide. That's the same width as our current picker. That one's 90,000 though.
I hit the wrong button. I need to abort. Abort. Yeah, you can't abort unloading until it's all the way back to the top position. So if you start to open it up and it's too short of a place, you're just kind of stuck. Oh, but now I can't.
It's definitely much faster for you to pick these up than it is to bale them.
Yes.
I had a bunch, and now they're just all gone.
Yeah, the problem is if you have to abort the unloading, you can't bring your fork back in. Your fork is stuck
Oh,
out.
yeah, you told me that. Are you just stuck over there in the barn now?
Well, no, I'm out of the barn, luckily. I just need to, because this time I actually just hit the wrong button when I was driving, so I just need to back it up to the barn door to be able to sell this stuff.
Well, while you're working that out, we're probably out of time, too, so we should stop here.
Okay, guys, when we come back, we'll have some money.
See you guys.
See you.